Well, good evening once again. Day 1429 of the Trump administration. 33 days remain until the inauguration of Joe Biden as our 46th president. And while our country faces dual and colossal threats from an uncontrolled pandemic and a massive, deep and systemic Russian computer hack, the president busied himself on social media today, falsely claiming he won the election that he lost and retweeting a member of the anti-mask movement. The president hasn't been seen in public for a week. Just under 250,000 confirmed cases of the virus were reported today. That's a new record for us. So far this week, over 15,000 of our fellow citizens have died, including another 2,856 souls just today. Yet today did bring more good news on the vaccine front. A few hours ago, Moderna became the second brand name vaccine to receive FDA emergency use authorization. Nearly 6 million doses of this vaccine will be distributed as soon as this weekend. First doses could be administered into arms on Monday. Unlike Pfizer's vaccine, Moderna's does not need to be kept in ultra cold temperatures, so it's easier to ship, easier to store, easier to get out to rural areas of our country, and that's critical. At the same time, we did get a reminder today from Dr. Fauci about just what we're up against.
All of this is sort of bittersweet because at the same time as we're moving ahead with what will ultimately be the answer and the final solution to this, we're living through very, very difficult times. I mean, if you look at the number of new infections between 200,000 and 300,000, the other day we had 3,565 deaths in one day. So we still are in a serious situation, which tells us that as we are proceeding with the rollout of the vaccine, we absolutely have to adhere to the public health measures that we're talking about all the time.
In Washington, the behavior of our elected representatives this week is almost not worth the time it takes to tell you about it. No relief bill for those suffering in the pandemic. Funding for our government was supposed to run out at midnight, so now they've voted to extend it till Sunday night so they can at least get their weekend in. Then there's Trump's threatened veto of the already passed defense spending bill. The New York Times is reporting that bill actually does contain provisions that would help protect our country against the kind of Russian hack ongoing right now. According to lawmakers, quote, had those provisions been in place this year, the Trump administration might have had a better shot at detecting and stopping the breach more quickly. The president's economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, was asked about the cyber attack on our country earlier today. As you listen to his response, please know this is all we're getting from our White House.
I don't know the whole story, and I don't know totally who's responsible. People are saying Russia. I don't know that. Could be other countries. I just don't know.
We're going to hear from the president on the government hack?
I don't know.
Today, Axios was first to report that the acting Secretary of Defense, Chris Miller, has ordered a halt to cooperation with the Biden transition team. Miller responded in a statement saying, at no time has the department canceled or declined any interview after the mutually agreed upon holiday, which begins tomorrow. We will continue with the transition and rescheduled meetings from today. But Biden's team immediately pushed back, saying they never agreed to a holiday pause. Meanwhile, today saw some high-ranking public officials get the COVID vaccine. Both House Speaker Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader McConnell received their first doses of the Pfizer vaccine earlier today. Vice President Mike Pence got his shot this morning on live television. More on that later. President-elect Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden are set to receive their first doses on Monday. Yet even though they should play a role as leaders in getting people protected from this virus, not all of our elected representatives are on board with the vaccine. Let's be real clear here. This is what the anti-vax movement looks like when it's all dressed up in a jacket and a tie. This man you're about to hear from is Republican Congressman Ken Buck from Colorado.
I'm an American. I have the freedom to decide if I'm going to take a vaccine or not. And in this case, I am not going to take the vaccine. I'm more concerned about the safety of the vaccine than I am the side effects of the disease.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.